All right, I'll call this meeting to order. It is Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. It's 1 p.m. and we're here for the countywide budget workshop. We had some questions and
Yeah,
so forth in the last budget workshop, and we're gonna
just
work
try
through
and,
them. Okay,
yeah, get through them.
okay.
Did the other two commissioners gather any of your questions that you had from all the budget workshops?
Yeah, in fact, I asked a couple people to be here to help me with that. And
Okay,
I'd like to get Trish in early if I can, because she's got another meeting that she agreed to come and help explain the P and Z
Okay,
shifting.
okay,
So Trish is gonna talk about not a gain in budget, but a swap, moving some numbers around, so it'd still be a wash. But she's been strategizing on what our biggest priorities are. So Trish?
Working at reprioritizing planning and zoning, looking at budget numbers, looking at staffing. And, I feel like it's critical that we kind of increase the budget for the planning administrator, just because we need to be competitive at $20 an hour is just not bringing anybody in.
mm-hmm.
So I looked at reducing the professional services line item to supplement that salary up to $35 an hour, and reducing my professional services line. And that would be reduced to a little bit less than 16,000.
It'd be less than 16,000.
It'd be around.
Now,
Okay.
when you did that, did you factor in the medical?
No, this
And-
is just salary strictly. This is just discussing salaries.
Okay, but that also that would affect the retirement, and so it would be more.
Okay, and we can also toilet those numbers, but we need to at least increase that salary line. So possible, we need to be able to retain staffing
Yeah,
and be competitive.
The part that's the hardest to replace with contract or outside work is what she's shifting to, so we could try to hire an employee.
for
Like
the
for
planning
Dan.
administrator. Okay,
Because it's too hard to cover that.
okay.
So this is for the administrator, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Has the board made a decision on the inspector? Because if you eliminated the inspector position,
It wouldn't work because we wouldn't be able to get. Well,
We worked really hard to get that position to begin with, and we do not want to get rid of that position. We critically need staffing. We need at least 5 people in that department. Department of one is just not cutting it, and contractors are okay in the short term,
mhm.
but that's a Band-Aid. We are in critical need of full-time staffing.
well, getting rid of the inspector saves you $91,210.
But it also takes away income.
You could put 30,000 of that or even more back into the professional line, service line.
Talk to Trish about it. Madam Clerk, have you had any discussion?
We just, when we did our budget workshop.
Oh.
And I brought that up.
Well, I've talked with her at length about that option. It is not an option that long-term that is well served with a contractor.
Okay.
We're starting to get complaints as the load builds. We have one person running that, what was a 3-person office. And a contractor won't be there to man the phone and man the hours and all the other duties. So in effect, she's picking up duties that the other 2 would have done if they were in the office in addition to their primary duties. So it's just not in my mind. I like what you're thinking, saving the money. I don't see how we could sustain it.
Okay.
But I sincerely appreciate the effort to save $90,000.
So we had anybody look at the,
No, but it's also summer. And as the summer ends and the winter time starts to come in, guys are gonna be wanting to put up their bags and may wanna come inside. So I'm gonna continue to reach out, but I don't wanna, I need to know what I've got, so I can continue that effort.
Okay,
So we're taking it from, you're wanting 28, 21 to what?
35.
So for that 35,000, for 35.
I don't know if that would be a very good, if we took it from salaries and you would put it into salaries when they're in the middle of the budget and we don't hire somebody, how are we gonna pay for the services? You can't take away from salaries, but you can always switch from your B to your A, right? During the year if you had to.
bottom line, well,
Yeah.
it's a bottom line because you guys have never set in place to do that. If you did a resolution and that's what you guys wanted to do, yes. But, and I'm fine with whatever you guys choose. I'm not arguing it.
Mm-hmm.
But for $35 an hour, my feeling is they better be ready to run and do the job.
You hope. That's one of the things is planning and zoning administrator just doesn't fall out of the trees. Those guys make like over $100,000 a year. And that's our biggest problem is finding somebody who's qualified. And that's what we're gonna, we're not even able to make that qualification. We'd be lucky to hire somebody at 35 an hour that's gonna have very much training. So we hope that, that we can find somebody. We'll just have to go fishing and to see.
Madam Clerk, how many hours do we have in a year that you're calculating by?
2,088 this year.
So that would bump that salary to 73,
Mm-hmm.
which is still well below standard for the
Mhm.
region or this state.
For wage. But then they're getting 85% of their benefits paid for. Plus extra days off for admin days where many counties, school districts, states don't do.
Well, Trish, how long has that been vacant now?
Mhm.
April.
Since April.
So we're obviously got to do something. We're not attracting anybody.
Yeah, I would be more inclined to go ahead and try it at that, but we'll have to do that in probably another meeting to set it.
Mm,
We can do,
that here.
well, for the budget, well, I guess it'd be for the budget.
So
We'll
we
approve
have,
the budget.
That's
Yeah,
for
you're
the
right.
budget.
Okay.
so we have 30,000. You guys approved 30,000 for the professional service. So now we're going to what?
16. Is
I'm
that
looking at, 15,876.80, that's just based on salary, so
That's not based on the benefit.
not.
No, benefits is-
We already have the benefits at the highest rate right now.
Oh, okay.
The retirement, because once that increases.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Okay, so 15,000 what?
15,876.80.
We're gonna do 877. I'm not doing
I
penny.
have a difference of like 15,000.
she's changed professional services 0482.
But if I needed to cover a little bit more, I could use it, no, a little bit more.
So we are now going to 16,000. Can we just round to 16?
Yeah.
Is everybody agreement to just go to 16?
Sure.
Okay.
Or do you want to round it to 15, Lori? How about we round it to 15,000?
Running out of places to write, so don't change it,
25. 26.
You guys are basing it on 2088. I'm sorry, I was basing it on 28, so it's 2088.
This year. Mhm.
Okay.
This is the 11th year. If we would have gone, if we would have had, if we did pay periods every other, we'd be on the 27th pay period this year.
Okay.
We'd have to account for that.
Gotcha.
Okay. We'll run those numbers
Okay.
tonight.
Thank you.
I think we can call on Casey next with,
Okay.
that way he can get out of here.
I don't mind being.
Okay.
We were discussing earlier, I had found out that there was a possible change with the Ziply fiber.
Yes, so it was a complaint the last few months that it seems like our internet has been very, very slow. Taken hours at times to download, upload different items. Searching out the contract that was signed was back in 2015 for internet
Mhm.
for 50. That's generally right now good enough for a gaming computer. But we're running our entire office off of that. So they offered to double that for the same price. We're paying $660 a month for that. And which is high in my estimation. And a few other people as well. They offered to double that to 100 for the same price. Or even up to 1 gig for $800 a month in that line item. However,
Is this 461, line item 461 in the telephone?
Wait, so I don't have my sheet with me,
You
but
have a bill.
I don't know where else it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Here it is.
Here's
it. There's it.
Yeah.
I just had this invitation just minutes ago.
So you were going to drop it, but now you guys are considering just doubling the service.
Probably, we haven't actually decided. We were gonna try and figure that out. I made another phone call just before this meeting with Ziply. He's our rep. And it's called a business account, the BFI, is the acronym. And it would lower that fee to $100 a month, approximately, as opposed to $660 or $800 a month. But according to powers that be, we don't have that service at our address. There's fiber, but there's not a docking station, or I don't remember the exact term, but it's 2 doors down. So I talked to the Ziply guy who works really good with our technician, and he actually made the adjustment, moved that so it actually comes to our address and allows that to happen. My email yesterday to the rep said he still can't see that in his system. So it's supposedly there, it's gonna be confirmed, hopefully later today, that it physically is there, that we should be able to get that. But that's an option too, so at the worst, it's gonna be $800, at the best, it's $100. But hopefully by the end of the month, we should know for sure. So I don't have a solid decision outside of that information.
Just a dumb question, is Starlink not enough bandwidth? Their professional package?
I am not sure where Starlink plays factor in any of that.
I can tell you at the solid waste, we have no fiber connection there. And Ziply, when BJ was running his test on it, our Ziply numbers were like this and our Starlink numbers were like that. And we were barely running off of anything there. And we should have been higher. And we don't pay that much for it.
No, I think a professional account on Starlink's like $200 a month or something.
Mhm.
I think it's worth considering looking at, but you would know better than me on whether it would work.
Well, if it goes up, that's an extra 1680. In a budget that's using its cash already. I'm just letting
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, I completely understand that. And as far as Starlink goes, I'm
Right.
not in a position to answer any questions on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I completely understand. Just want to make sure that all of the opportunities or
Mhm.
things are available
Okay.
for discussion.
Fight for that 100.
I am.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty confident with that.
Mention
I got a good
Starlink
one.
too.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah, the account manager, I'm kind of leaving him off to the side and working behind the scenes to. I don't want to get our guy in trouble either. But he wants us to remain his customer, so he's gonna help us out.
Well, I definitely look at Starlink and see what they would offer and then just say, listen, Starlink's gonna do this. You match that if it's higher? Maybe. Okay, and then also in that, in 56, while we're here. In 43013 grants. What was your decision on that? Did you guys mark notes on yours?
We marked out the 10,000. There
Oh,
wasn't.
okay,
Did you do the same on yours?
I think so.
double check.
You don't
The-
go after me, that, right?
Yeah, they do.
Thank
And
you.
this was
Did you
for
have a
2 new
page?
towers. I had done 2
Yes,
new towers in Fund 56.
That is correct. That is the Dunphy project, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we were denied for that
Mm-hmm.
grant.
Yep.
Colleen is working on that
Yep.
specifically,
Mm-hmm.
and they pointed her to another direction.
Yeah.
Did she convey that to you?
Yeah, we gotta look at the SRS funding for
Yes.
that year.
So it was approved, I believe that project was originally approved, we would have funding for that. We would attempt to get a grant and that would be
Yeah.
an alternative source. So if
Yep.
that didn't come through, we would still have funding for the project. But the grant did not come through, so. Our original decision.
Okay, so I have 2 commissioners that agree that we're nixing that 10,000 out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep, I
And I-
have it marked off.
I believe also that was going to touch on the SHSP money, but now it will not affect that. So that would leave that grant money open to other projects, possibly different repeater like Huckleberry in addition to, but that's for a future discussion, but it would free up some money from this fund.
Okay,
I am speaking secondhand. Colleen's the specialist there.
okay, so back to the telephone, the 461, we're still undecided on that. However, I had put in budget officers 37,000 So. And they had, I think we originally had 35 and I raised it, just so you guys are aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. Would know. Like tomorrow. Think we'll know that,
Positive.
okay. All right,
Did we address on the detention, I think it's the 19-3 budget on training?
Yeah,
We had that set higher than it would be. And we were able to adjust that down.
I just talked to the sheriff today and did it drop back down to 13 instead of 36, or does that sound about right?
Yeah, he was under the impression that, a lot of the cost for their post-training,
Yeah.
that we incur, and that's not the case, so. I don't know what we set that at.
You had it set at,
Don't know if it was higher
I think
than
it-
needed.
it was set at, I think, 6, and then we went with 36,000 in that budget workshop.
Yeah, we anticipate, so we do have to pay per diem, we have to pay, the expense of transportation. And then we've got to times that by potentially 10 people. So I think that's where we came up with the 13 as opposed to
13 instead of 36.
36.
Yeah, it was 36.
So that's pretty substantial.
Are you saying that's good, or is that right, or
No, 36 needs to go down to 13.
13? Okay,
13,000 what? There's
Just
13,000.
13,000.
13.
Is that
I
they-
think once we get people through, if we can retain them through both
Then you'll have a better idea.
in a year, then could potentially see that number go down, but.
Okay. So set it at 13.
Yeah,
calculated on
instead of
15.
36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People we need to send this next year.
Okay. Since we're on the sheriff's budget, what else do we have?
Shift differential.
Yeah.
It said under Sheriff Skinner was looking into it from our
Oh.
budget workshop.
It was our hope that we could get rid of shift differential. We could, unfortunately, we don't have a good way to know how much we're spending on it. But the hope was to just say, let's get rid of shift differential, because everybody works shifts, in the patrol and detention side and dispatch. And then just add that little uptick, whatever that would be. So I think we pay 50 for FTO, we pay 40 for graveyards, 20 cents for afternoons. Just take it all away, figure out how much money that is, and just give a small uptick in their hourly rate so that we don't have to keep track of that separately because it's a rotating. It just makes everything more convoluted, and it's pretty common for.
And it's already budgeted for, the, budgeted right now for
Mhm.
shift differential.
Yeah.
So basically what it would be is just a
3,237.
wash. You'd just be putting it, instead of shift differential, you put it into.
Maybe everybody gets the 10-cent rate, who knows what, what it actually works out to be, but I know that we can calculate that. And we can say, this is how much we're spending on this. This is how much it increases their salary throughout a fiscal year. And just transfer that.
And we really wouldn't need to do it right away. I mean, you can do it at the first, but I mean, because it's all bottom line salary, so it's all in there. So basically it would just be switching. So it's not something that we have to have done right now.
Yeah.
And you,
It's
and
a
you have
penny
the,
for a penny.
Yeah.
yeah, and you have the 3,237 budgeted for it.
Our concern is we don't know how that we're keeping track of that number.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we've been working with the clerk's office to just, we just need to identify that cost and then can you imagine a moment with payroll that we're not fighting, they worked an hour past, 4 o'clock, so then they get an hour of
Yep.
shift different,
Mhm.
and it makes these time cards just.
Yep.
Yeah.
absolutely
Yep.
messy.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So we'll work on that, and then I think we can identify a number, and then, like I said, it's a penny per penny
Yeah.
transfer, it just.
Okay.
We just need to figure out what that penny is.
Okay.
I do have on 19.2 janitors checking on longevity for that position.
I think when we hired her, you probably have the,
Nope, no.
I can get it for you.
Question I had written in, must have been during the workshop.
Yeah.
Well, it had to been.
I believe it's close to 3 months, so we can get that higher date for you. And that would be a year on the job. Is that what we're talking about?
Get the longevity.
Didn't bring that either. Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Excuse me, Chairman. May I be excused? to you
Yes.
For the, thank you, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No.
Yeah.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And, okay,
We're all going.
we're all taking off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Get back here.
I think 3 months, all we have to do is verify her hire date, I think.
Right, and I think that might already be in there.
Did you just pop out and ask Tammy?
But it wouldn't say whether or not we adjusted for it.
Yeah, okay, so
And I know another big question was, the Goose Peak lease cost. I know everybody in that workshop was,
Mm-hmm.
and then even renewing the lease, it
Oh,
doesn't
I got you.
say
Yeah.
amount.
Well, that was the thing that said this is renewed.
Yeah,
That
so
would
that
have
was
been
another big
that would
question.
have been a Casey question, and we just
We just lost and we just sent him away.
asked him about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that was Goose Peak.
yes. And that is, oh, the Hyper Reach 2,500 split. with Public Works. It was under the Justice too. With the BOCC.
Public Works.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, you did that. Yeah. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I did.
Did anybody else have written
No,
any questions
I just
down
had
for?
a note to ask Lori. On the new hires under the 1901 budget, we were gonna move one dispatcher up to the salary dispatch. Did that happen?
Yes, yeah,
Okay, thank you. I figured it did, but I need to check.
no, thank you for checking, because there's so much going on.
Mhm.
Right hand doesn't know what the left hand's.
There are times.
Mhm.
so we're done with the sheriff's office?
Well, we're done to the fact that we need to, yes. but
We'll,
then
we'll
we're-
continue, yeah.
Yeah, because then we'll have to run these numbers,
Mhm. Okay,
and then we'll probably have to go back through and make adjustments again on everyone.
So should we, go to Public Works since we
That would
have,
be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wayne and Larry here. And Larry had something more general to speak to, if I recall.
Yes, sir.
So I just heard about it. Larry, do you want to share with us about the insurance, just your opinion on the insurance and?
Well, you guys know that I lost another one yesterday.
Mhm.
I got over to the sheriff's department, home. So we're down to, I got 4 guys for the valley. The complete valley, 4 guys left. Including, well, 5 with me. So 3 of those guys are concerned on which way the insurance is gonna go. And that might be a determination for them on which way they're going.
Mhm.
My biggest fear is we make it through the summer. But we're coming into the fall and winter,
Mhm.
and if we don't get people hired up, get them trained, we're gonna have a list of roads that won't be getting plowed. We can't do it. There just will not be enough people
mhm.
to do certain roads, and we're just gonna have to close them for winter. Linville parking lot. Dobson Pass would be one of them.
Mhm.
We're down to that point where we will not have the people to clear the roads.
So what is the feedback you're getting on insurance? On what their
Well, if
fear
if
is?
it's going up 12%, and depending on how much gets passed on to us. 6% is, let's just say it's 6% half. And that's a pretty good slug of, it's a cut, it's a pay cut for everybody.
Mhm.
So for 4 years, we keep going backwards. And, the mines are paying twice what we are,
Mhm.
I just contacted some of the highway districts, just kind of feeling to see where theirs is at, and they're all getting COLA raises, so it's hard to compete with those, and these guys
Yeah.
are like, they're not sticking around for this no more. It's brutal. It's getting to the point where it's gonna start keeping me up at night, because it's gonna fall on me to, get these roads. Figure out which ones we're gonna plow, which ones we're not gonna plow.
So we have them all on Idaho Works, and
Heavy equipment operators on there, I know for sure.
do we have, I mean, we have a full list that we're putting out
Of
through with
vacancies?
Diane or with
Yeah, well, I
Deanna?
guess we do. I haven't seen them. I'm too busy doing other things, but
Yeah, the
Do we?
positions are advertised. We've only received 2 applications, actually 3. 2 were no-shows for their interviews that we scheduled. None of them had any CDL Class A or Class B, which is really what we need. And, our employees are doing a great service to the county when they could be making more money elsewhere. And if we take anything else from them in form of pay, regardless of how it's done, if they lose anything from what they're getting right now for their compensation for their service, I'm probably gonna lose another employee. I don't know exactly where from,
Mhm.
but if I lose another employee, I'm gonna have to be looking at effectively shutting down a district and having them work out of another district office. Because we have two in each shop. And that's another big concern, in addition to the plowing that our supervisor here is talking about. We're gonna have a hard time this winter, but when we're done with temps and we're back to one in the summer at one of the shops, there's not a lot we can do in a district with one employee as far as road maintenance.
It's a safety factor too. We can't have it with one person. It's just, we can't. And it's tough when we're, when the mines and all these people are paying this kind of money for it, but I mean, here we've been 6 months, we haven't had nobody come in, and even, we need 6 full-time. That's 3 in Smelterville, 2 in Osborne, and possibly 1 in Murray. We need 9 temps. 4 in Osborne, 4 in Smelterville, and 1. We'd like to have 1 in Murray, 1 in Marble Creek. They're down to 2 guys. They, try to get a temp in the winter also, and they ain't got nobody. One that's been coming back is not coming back down there. He's gonna be doing other things, so he's not coming back to Marble Creek. But it's, I came in here back in May or June talking, hey, we're at critical stage then. But we were going to make it through the summer because we don't have a lot of projects, no pavement, no chip sealing, nothing. So, we did a lot of ditching, a lot of brushing, sign work, a lot of beautification, if you will, trying to clean stuff up. But we're past critical now.
Okay, since the budget is basically a restricted fund, I think we should go ahead and put on the calendar as soon as we can to speak about what we're gonna do with how we're gonna hire.
Here's kind of the thing, so if we bring 6 full-time positions on, now in the next month is the critical time to do it. Because that gives us time hopefully to get them up to speed. We've got plow routes we gotta show them. My fear is we're not gonna get them. We're gonna get a bunch of temporaries in if we have to go, Tim. And we're gonna be throwing these people into $250,000, $500,000 pieces of machinery and turning them loose on county roads. It's not smart. It's not good business, because bad things happen. Bad things happen. Things get tore up, cars get hit, fire hydrants get taken out. So the sooner we get them in, the better off we are to get them trained up on this equipment. Like, hopefully we get them that are already running equipment, but right now, the ones that we had for applicants have no experience.
Well, Commissioner Dills, maybe you can get with our director and hammer out a deal on, do we need to raise pay? What would it look like? And, we're gonna have to do something.
Well, and we have to do something this week. Cause we gotta get the
And that's why
budget.
we're here today.
And specifically, your comments about the 6, if we have to pass 6% of this insurance along, what's that do to the average worker out of his pocket?
Well,
Have you guys done any math?
I think I've done it on mine close to it, and it's like $1 an hour cutting back.
Do you think people would rather have less benefits?
No,
More pay?
we've already been down that track. I've talked to all the guys about the little questionnaire thing you guys sent out, yes or no. And they were all a definite no way.
They
Of
want
what,
their,
no way of what?
No, they will not go for the $2,500 that you guys,
they
Oh,
want.
they want their
they
benefit.
want their benefit.
Okay, so,
Now, if the price went up, then maybe some of them would think a little bit differently. me, I'm not in that. I don't have a spouse that has benefits that I can go on, so it wouldn't benefit me,
Doesn't matter.
you know, so, and that's the way most of them are. They're the sole provider. They're the ones that have the
Yeah.
benefits that the family's on. So,
Yeah, I heard directly from one of your ex-employees, now sheriff's employee.
yep.
And yeah, he said the amount made the difference.
Mhm.
So do you think your people would rather have a 3% COLA?
I guess it'll. depend.
Or would you rather have, or do you think they would rather have us pay the 12% insurance?
I'd have to ask them that, Lori.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a feel
Right.
because,
Well, if you, let's just say you give them the 3%, you still charge the 6.
right,
It's still a
they're
pay
going
cut.
in the hole.
It's still a pay cut.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we all know, I mean, it's not no big secret that Shoshone County's in, you know, a budget crisis. We know that. You know, it's brutal.
It is.
It is, but you know, it's,
The employees that we have left, they understand that. Main thing that we wanted to communicate here today is that being said, we can't afford to go backwards in any way in pay. We understand that raising pay is really incredibly difficult. Can't pay people money that you don't have. But we definitely can't go backwards.
and what we'll do is if we get this on the agenda to come and discuss this more, is I'll put a list of roads and stuff that, you know, we may have to look at, not
Mhm.
keep and maintain for the winter. Because of how much it costs to, you know.
Or like some counties where you only hit it every so many days.
Well, the problem with that is we gotta be careful, because let's take Dobson for example. Let's just say, we'll try to hit that every couple of days. Well, in a couple of days, you could have 4 or 5 feet of snow up there, then you're not, you're beating your head against the door then, you know.
I think-
Other ones like the old River Road, when I first
Mhm.
started, they did not keep the old side open. And when Jim Kaysen came in as a director, I made a comment to him about it, and he was kind of shocked that we didn't. And he asked me how come, and I said, well, I don't know, that was that way before I got here. And he says, no, he says, we need to keep that open, we may have to do it every so many plows. But
Mhm.
we need to keep it open because the old site or the new site goes down, which we've had 3 times since I've been here,
Mhm.
that you couldn't get down the new side. We had to come down the old side,
Right.
you know, so we gotta have, you know.
And
Another
one,
exit.
one of the things is, you know, the public watching this is property taxes are not going towards road maintenance.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
thing is the road maintenance is completely funded by the federal government, SRS funds and
HUR.
highway user funds, and we're not taxing that. So when the property taxes don't go towards that, it all has to do with state and federal funding, and we're getting cuts back from the state and federal.
Yeah.
So we're in a big problem. If we have to start taxing our people for the roads, I mean, it's
Right.
gonna be, you know,
And you're absolutely right. And, you know, I would go out on a limb and say there's probably 90% of these people they all feel though their taxes go to public works and it's for the
Yeah.
road. We hear it all the time.
But-
We hear it all the time. Hey, I pay my taxes. I want my road plowed, or I want my
Right.
road fixed, or we hear it all the time.
and it's not, you're,
We try to educate them, you know.
Yeah.
We do. We try.
and it's
We try.
hard. That's just the way this county, you know, was brought up. It used to be roads were paid by the logging.
Yep.
And since they've shut down logging and shut that all down, we don't have, you know, and then they give us federal funds to supplement us and they're reducing them.
They reduce them every year.
Yep.
And here we are.
All right. Well,
I mean, we don't mean to
Is
be
that
bearing
on?
bad news, but.
Well,
just-
that's- we gotta get-
We gotta be realistic.
yeah,
We did have, let's see. I know our director, our public works director, Wayne, there was one that I had written down during the budget workshop. On communication repair, maintenance of radios line item. You said you were going to check your supervisors about that line item. I think that's your handheld, I believe, or
Not handheld,
is it the
vehicle
vehicle
radios.
radios?
some of them were old and out of date, updated, I checked the condition.
Okay.
For those
Okay, so it's, okay.
So what amount did we have? Then,
We have-
I didn't bring two, cause I didn't think we had.
One for one.
But,
Is everything good, we think?
radio communication.
Oh, there it is. Right.
For 2,500,
Yeah,
okay,
yep,
and we're keeping that, right?
yep.
Yes.
What number is that? 494.
Did anyone have any other questions written down from that budget report?
Not that weren't asked.
I don't have any. That was all the only thing.
Wayne, do you have anything else on that budget?
I think there was one question that Madam Clerk had about our trainings. We want to keep the budget where it's at, but we anticipate 9 flaggers to be trained, 2 road scholars and 1 roadmaster. No impact to where that line item sits, but there's the amplified information for that.
Okay, let us find the line item.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all due for inserts. On the fly.
And it was under training.
Yeah.
Educate, registration and education, 2,000,
Yeah.
that was it.
2000.
Registration and. Registration and education. Hmm. It's a good thing.
Is that all you had, Mr. Corona?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So then I'll get with you and Larry and work on these bigger problems.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've been missing him anyway. For a while there, we talked every few hours.
Yeah, you guys got me hopping out there.
Now you're hopping.
I'm hopping.
Like the Energizer
A
Bunny.
lot of people building, a lot of new grass.
Yes. Yep. We just get a lot of them paying taxes to help pay for all this.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah,
We're good.
you're good.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Solid waste.
Here.
We have anything for solid waste?
The only thing, the only
I
thing
only
was,
brought the things that I knew I needed to bring.
the only thing I had, like I said, was the revisit new phone system.
So, that me, you're stuck with me.
Well,
And then the
that's all
payout.
right.
account.
Don't tell him that we didn't mind.
Oh.
Yeah,
I won't say
I
a
don't
word.
want him feeling bad.
And the BJ thing was the phone thing, right?
Yes,
What
so-
number, what line item is
I
that?
don't need, I came prepared for a whole different meeting,
Okay.
I got mine switched. I don't remember what it is, but, like I said, I'm still waiting on him to give us a quote for that.
Well,
We have it at 3,200. In on my list.
yeah, I don't know what mine said.
I will email him when I get back down there and see if there's anything else. Yeah. And then the other one, we were trying to figure out how to do raise for everybody, but still get the 3. We're still trying to figure out where to cut from that to do that.
It's,
We've got you on the levy this year. Going on the levy, because you're not gonna, you won't even make it without the 3 part-time people. And
Okay.
now whether how much that's gonna be, I don't know, but. And then you guys will have to, probably talk about raising your fees.
Okay.
So we can boost it back off the levy. But you don't have time to do it this year,
No.
so.
Is there, cause I've only been in the office for 7 years and this was raised right before I came into the office. Is there any kind of like procedure I need to follow? I don't even know how to do this, so. I need
Probably
to
get-
find the paperwork that,
Get with
We'll take a
legal.
hearing.
Yeah, probably get with legal to figure out.
what I need to do,
Mhm.
okay.
I would think it would have to go through a public hearing.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna go
Raise
5% more,
We did have this.
Yeah, you're right.
On my total. I think that was that 10th number.
Oh, yeah, and I think it went down. Oh, no, that is the 10th. We did the 21 and 10th. But still, their ratio of revenue versus expenses.
Oh, right, yeah, no,
Yeah.
they have to.
That 21,000 isn't gonna do anything.
Right, it's just part of the numbers.
Yes,
I was just
yes.
saying it is calculated in there.
I think that was all I had was the
Mhm.
telephone, postage as a revisit, and our clerk had mentioned in the budget workshop payout comp. The solid waste, you don't do comp?
No,
Yeah. Yeah, she said, I do remember you
we do
saying
not do
that.
comp out where,
Okay. No comp.
no, we don't pay out comp at all. We never have since I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been
because
there
I
one
asked
year.
how they were gonna fund that. You're right, and then, yeah, I have that written on
Okay,
mine.
I
They didn't
scratched
bring
that
it.
one out. I think that was a question pretty much for just a general, for
Yeah,
all departments,
Right.
Mhm.
you know,
well,
Mhm.
yeah.
and starting over,
Mm.
cause some of them are building up and building up and building up.
Yeah, cause I know like right now we're trying to get, some of our guys' stick time down because they are so high,
Mhm.
so. Been fun this summer.
Did anybody have anything else
I
for
do.
solid waste?
The survey so far, the last time Deanna checked, we had 70 some responses, which is out of 120, so
Mhm.
not quite half. 11, even at the 2,400 a year, were interested in the cut. 11 is about a $60,000 savings to the county. I still think we ought to consider, I did some more research. I found out Post Falls has a very successful program. They pay $600 a month, and it goes pre-taxed into a health savings account, not in cash into your paycheck. So you're not, we did get feedback from one person in our county that said, well, if I did this, then I'd have to pay taxes on it, so I'd lose there, which is true. Anytime you pay more, you get paid taxes. If we just left it at the 2,400 a year and we enacted it, maybe a couple more people would jump in, but at this point, we're saving about 60,000. And if we raised it, 2 or 3 emails and phone calls suggested that there would be more people that would do it.
Mhm.
If we looked at the health savings account, I don't know what that involves, so I asked Richard today to look into
Mhm.
that. Some
I
people
think
probably want the cash for paying their bills. Maybe some people would be interested in a health savings account. I don't,
Which the health savings account is very similar to the VIBA.
very similar.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've asked Richard to look into that for us, but there turns out there's multiple kinds, so he had a lot of questions. I think he's gonna try and reach out to Post Falls and see what they do. And, but,
So the county, Post Falls, they are putting 600 a month, did you say?
City,
Yep.
The city
the
is
city
putting.
of Post Falls gives you $650 a month in lieu of benefits.
But they probably pay
Information.
quite a bit
well, they just had an increase, 7% on their
on their benefit, on the,
taxes, property taxes. That's what they're.
And
For budget this year.
We probably need to get that teed up pretty soon.
So I don't know what to tee up next.
Well,
We're gonna have to make a decision because that's 60,000 right now that we could put back in the budget.
Well, I have questions.
I still have stuff too. I was just
Yeah.
asking for solid waste.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we cut her off.
I still have a list of, so on the assessor, Jerry's not here, but I know he was,
Appraisal, 20,
the mapper contractor.
That's
There
right.
was a question on price. He was gonna talk to Benoit
Mhm.
and see if we could
Sure.
share.
Mhm.
that's 1.3. So is that in 1.3 or is that in 20?
Let's see. If we have it. right.
I think it's I think it's 1.3.
Did you have any more questions? None?
She seemed happy, so
Yeah.
I was moving on. She's at the wrong meeting anyway.
Mapper contractors.
What meeting do you want? Were you thinking?
Drug and alcohol, but that's Thursday at 1.
Okay. Yeah, it's not this meeting. Thank you, though. We needed you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And what is it at?
1248211, and what's that, 31,200 on my.
Yeah.
So we don't have any further information on this, right?
No.
And we will, more than likely, since we have questions that we still need answers to,
Mhm.
if we continued.
Yeah. we
This
can continue.
meeting.
Yep, we're gonna continue the meeting. Okay, so.
Yeah, that was a question for
Okay,
assessor, and then on coroner, questions answered via email, I'm sure from the clerk, you
Mhm.
two saw,
Oh, yeah.
but we got that,
I gave you an explanation of what it was for, but
Mhm.
you guys,
Which one's up?
did you run that by me again on the
yep.
formal?
16611 autopsy, was it autopsies? There was
Yep, here it is.
just a question of what,
1.6, you asked about the cost of autopsies. A basic autopsy is 1,800 and a complex autopsy is 2,200. This amount does not include insight diagnostics
I have no idea what it is.
or labs. That cost is $60 to $401, depending on what labs are ran. And then she did, and our clerk did put, I did make a note to revisit with the 50,000 that is budgeted and perhaps lowering it. Please assist me with remembering to circle back with you. I want to make certain that the BOCC agreed amount is entered. You also asked about the professional service line and what it is used for. This is used for transporting the deceased. Cost is $350 to $1,140.
And you had, the department had requested 8,000, I had put 7,500, and you guys went up to 8,000 on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if nothing else, we could go to save that $500. I mean, we could lower that autopsy a little bit, probably.
It doesn't look like we ever use 50. Even in a bad 24, we didn't.
Um. What year was that shooting in Kellogg when the
Yeah.
three people,
Before. Yeah,
what? I
It
could,
would have been 20.
23, yep.
So
When
you
we
have-
first
you have
came
it
in,
there
I think.
then.
Right.
2024.
Yeah, because they all had to have autopsy, yeah. Right,
and that was just 4,
yep,
Yeah,
and it came to 21,000
okay.
For that year.
For that year.
More work.
Mhm.
So what do you recommend we do with autopsy? 30? 25?
I hate to take away too much off of it because,
About 40?
just because, I mean, in 23, we know it was 21,000, so if we
Yeah.
had,
Yeah, a multi, yeah,
then what are you gonna do?
Plus inflation.
I think we could go to 40.
yeah, 40.
okay. That get us up to 8. Almost 8.
Mm-hmm. We could make it against the law to kill people and then we could
Yeah, probably
save
work.
money if people would obey it.
Oh, shoot, is it? No. The under sheriff, don't always be. I was gonna tell him. Let
Oh.
him know.
Yeah.
I guess we can, I have disaster services, I had that written down
Mhm.
during our workshop as combine the fire mitigation
And we're not gonna be able to do that.
and or 19 hours a week, no benefit. That was another one that was brought up in the
I think that would tank our applicants.
Have you had a whole lot now?
Yeah, we've got,
It's been-
we've
We
got,
have applicants.
we
for
have
that,
applicants.
But I think they're counting on benefits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well, it's gonna cost you $28,810.70 in benefits. And then another 41,000, well, about 40,000 to go toward salary. No, what do we, I think we did a total of.
Benefits, 31, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's about 41,000 for benefits and,
Right.
and our portion of that person's wages.
okay, so it's 41,000 and then we get half of, we get like 13,000 or something like that.
So you get around 13,000 to help cover the wage portion.
And that's,
So
doesn't
that
include the
still
40.
leaves-
No,
No.
that's on top of 40. So it'd be 50.
Right,
We-
but the budget is what?
65
Yeah,
Okay,
And we
Six-
only get 13
13.
back.
oh
Mhm.
boy.
for a job
Mhm.
that is less than half part-time.
yeah.
Now, if we did no benefits, that would be what?
You'd have to go down to 19.
About 19 grand?
No.
No, 19
That's
hours.
19
19
hours.
hours a week,
They
be no benefit.
30,000 or whatever we got.
You'd see, you'd come 28,000 if they are 19 hours.
28,000?
28,810. Let's do 29,000. Let's just kind of.
Pay them no benefits when we pay other 19-hour
We
people
don't pay
benefits.
like.
No.
We don't pay any.
We don't pay 19.
20. is
20.
here.
And that needs to look at being raised too.
You know, I know, I think it's Boundary County. They have a full-time EMS paramedic that works full-time and is at a paramedic, and he does their,
Emergency, yeah.
Well, that would be great if we could find somebody to do the, you know, like if the fire mit guy or planning and zoning wants it.
Same
then
fire
they do that,
medication.
they can take the extra, whatever we get in revenue, the 13,000 as,
Yeah, the hard thing about fire mitigations, we're so locked into those grants right now. We got $7 million to spend in 3 years. So that's gonna take a lot of,
So what are we paying currently for the coordinator for disaster services for salary at 19 hours? We're paying them 23 or 29?
about 29,000.
That's for.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's for 20,
Yeah.
that's for 20 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right around 28.
and what do we have budgeted? Did we budget for the full-time?
Well,
no,
I did
No.
in department.
Yeah.
I did for the department request, but on mine, I was like, let's nix this and. After the grants. This is, okay, I have $41,041. This is the amount left after grant pays. Discuss going to 19 hours or add to fire mitigation or somebody else, you know. And then
And
they
that's
can,
what we discussed in the budget workshop, and that's why, it was questions that were written down and I
Mm-hmm.
brought it back out today so that we can try and,
So it
Go
really doesn't
some
have to be,
direction.
you know, we could look at it as a contract. And you pay the full contract amount and contract somebody for it, so it wouldn't be hourly. It'd be a contract and it would have, you know, possibly. Maybe somebody outside the service, like one of the fire departments, or
but would the grant reimburse if it was a contract?
I don't know, I'd have to ask and see. Yeah, that's where we're, so did we budget off of your request or did we budget?
I
off-
have it, you still have it on yours and mine.
Okay.
On with the, on department request and the budget officer, and I've been waiting because. I have a note that, that between the wage and retirement and all of this fringe benefits, it comes to about 54,141. We took that, whatever, 13 some thousand, we're stuck with the 41,000.
I mean, that's a lot of money for a
Cause there is some B
Yeah.
budget.
There is a little bit of B budget, yeah.
I believe they had a car.
I like your contractor idea if it's possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be a
Mhm.
question for Colleen to see
Yeah.
how the grant would.
Yeah,
It would still
with that.
participate.
Yeah,
Let-
because.
let
if
me,
we could
I'll ask that and I'll
fund the wage
get
portion.
back with you, this
Tomorrow.
week,
yeah,
tomorrow.
Might be tomorrow.
Okay, okay,
I have to have answers.
okay. So that's the only one that,
Get this
okay,
put in the budget.
okay.
I got to get the budget.
And the B budget is for a phone and fuel.
And who's using the phone now?
car, and-
It would be, Dan Martin's because he's our contract. He's still contracted to do it. We
Okay.
have to have an
By law, we
emergency
have
man.
to
We
do
have to
that.
have one, yeah.
So Dan's contracted until we
contracted to
hire.
do that.
There's, yeah, you have to look at the budget portion of that as well.
153,
Not a whole
4,
lot, but
5,
some-
6, 7,
well,
8.
I mean,
9,
technically,
10,
right now, we are contracting.
1150.
Mhm, yeah,
1150 is. the-
Yeah.
I mean,
budget.
we're technically contracting
already
it out right
contracting.
now.
I don't know if we ever checked to see if the grant would participate, but
mhm,
So Dan would definitely know as well.
yeah. That'd be a good point.
Yeah, there'd be.
but if we went to a contract and just a flat contract,
Yeah.
then we'd eliminate all the
Mhm.
retirement and insurance and
You'd
all of that.
eliminate all of it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We'd eliminate all of
Yeah.
that. And we keep dropping the hours. We could just make it a flat contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just give them a list of responsibilities instead of hours.
Mhm.
And
Yep,
if maybe, if that would attract somebody who already had benefits.
Mhm.
or, like Commissioner Zimmerman said, some have somebody from their fire department or.
And fire mitigation can't do it because why?
They're too busy right now. I mean, they won't have the time to do it. I mean, it's just
In the
because of the new grant.
In the summer.
No, even in the winter, they're gonna be looking for more grants, and so it should be tied up, burning.
Yeah, they're supposed to be looking at their next.
And
Their
is
next
he out
grant.
in the field a lot? Because usually that's just contracted out.
No,
I'm
they're out in the
trying,
field a lot.
I'm trying to I don't know. That's
The
what
other
I'm-
thing is too, is with fire mitigation is we've got to get enough public participation. They're doing the I-90 corridor right now. And so we've got to get public participation to figure out all these pieces of properties and where to do it. Cause we already have it set. It's like, I don't know, it's a huge map, but we're going like almost a mile each way off the freeway. And so we got public property and Forest Service property. So we're doing fire mitigation. It's called the I-90 corridor from start of our county all the way to the end. And then also fire breaks. So this person's gonna have to come in and work on, okay, where are we gonna put the fire breaks? Where's our fire mitigation? How much has been done so far? And then plan out what their
And
next
also
time's
reach
gonna
out
be.
to the private
Yep.
property owners
Yep.
that are adjacent. So we can get it all. Try and get it all done.
Wrapped up in 3 years, because we gotta spend that by 3 years. Plus, we want to get Calder and Avery and those guys over there.
That's why I asked, because I didn't know.
And it's a big contract, 7 million, that's a
Mm-hmm.
It's a big grant.
7 million in
MOU.
grant money.
Yeah.
What else do we have to discuss today or questions to get answered by tomorrow?
I have Viva. I don't think we went through that. Are we keeping the same as
Okay, before for which one?
just Viva?
Okay, before we get on to that, I do have other questions before you start because once you guys start that.
Yeah,
Okay, and appraisal 20, fund 20,
Mhm.
2479 vehicle expense. Did that go up to 1,500? Did you guys say yes? I think you did. I'm almost certain you did.
we circled it
What,
at 1,500
do I hear
in the workshop.
Yes.
Commissioner number 2 go from 1,000 to 1,500?
That's what I have.
Okay.
Okay.
And then down below, on the same one, 803, appraisal equipment.
I have 1,500.
Okay, because we're adding Starlink. Right?
Yep, I have 1,500 as well.
Okay,
Find mine
so
right now.
0, what was it usually? I should
20.
have brought it. Oh, I probably do. Oh, no.
Starlink phone is what. I have.
80,
Oh, that's right, because they needed that.
Mhm.
500 and then, there, but it was going up.
So instead of 1,000, it's 1,500.
so,
Starlink phone is what I have on.
and how much is the Starlink? 120, isn't it?
Yeah, 1,500. And it just says phone.
Okay, well, that will have to go up more because I think isn't the Starlink phone Ooh, I know who has it. Who just,
Yeah, the sheriff has one.
yeah,
Mhm.
just added it. They say 600 per year. And I times that by 3, so 600. So it was at what?
1,500 is what we,
It was at 1,000.
it was at 1,000 at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Last year it was at 500.
in 2026.
This year they-
Because they were, yeah,
So
they,
we need to
this is the
do,
year they want to start when.
So it's like $1,000 extra.
so we'll do the 1,500. Yeah.
It feels like you're doing a very good job keeping up.
Oh, thanks. We're. Um. 600 per year. Okay, then 52, the airport, airplane fuel. I had said 38,000, you guys had said 35, or no, department request was 35. I went to verify that we decided 38.
Yeah. $38, because we paid 37 last year.
And I think I'll have to go back.
I have a question on, for the airport
Mhm.
as well. That was written down.
Okay,
Look further back on salary, clerk was going to check. So it shows,
Oh,
All the temp pages
yeah.
for plowing.
we'll try it about that too.
what was
Yeah,
I
'cause-
gonna check?
Farther back.
Farther, yeah, yeah,
See if we
No
had
years,
snow
kind of
years.
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I can,
Cause we talked about maybe dropping it.
To 2,000?
Yeah,
I will
I
look
forgot
back
that.
and, I will email you tonight, but it'll probably be fairly late
Okay,
when I
Okay.
email you.
yeah, and if it's. I'm okay dropping it down to 2,000 if you find that it hasn't been. What about?
when was our last hard winter? You give me a year.
Huh? It's,
52 is your fund,
You know,
and
The
then
first
it's gonna be your very top, 408,002 salary temp wages.
we've spent 713.
yeah.
But we also haven't had a hard
I'm
winter.
okay with 2,000.
Yeah,
So you
Mhm.
all go back, when was our last hard winter? I can go back and look at that.
I hear
Anybody?
rumors
Anybody?
This year.
I can't think.
Last
I
hardest
wanna say
winter.
20.
I was gonna say 19's had a minute or two of hard
Yeah.
winter, but
Mhm.
it wasn't the whole winter.
I don't think right at 2021.
Okay, so I'll go back, I'll try and go back like to maybe 2015.
yeah.
And-
2017 was, or 16 or 17 was a good one.
You were back
See,
to
Thank you.
2000, oops, that's not a dollar sign.
otherwise,
They just blur together now.
2000.
so, yeah.
To 3,000. And- Okay, so I need two okays for the airplane fuel to go from 35,000 to 38,000.
That
Yep.
is correct.
Yes,
Thank you. Okay, 116, elections. Capital expenditure of $30,000. If I have it in this budget, can I go ahead and purchase those machines?
In this year's budget,
Mm-hmm. I,
take it separate.
Yeah, let me take a separate,
okay,
Meeting.
all right, so then can we approve it for next year? This is the thing, we get reimbursed about 75,000. That we have to spend on elections. Now, it's always been that we put it all together and we put the money that we get from elections, plus we give some money, and that's how we pay for all of the elections.
yeah, we can put it in the budget, but as a line item in capital.
As capital,
Yeah.
expense,
because
we'd have to come in.
Hava spent.
Yeah, so you can put it in your budget for that, but then you'll still have to come before the board and okay the expense. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
Okay.
Some thousand.
yep.
Okay, because we've done all of the,
Procurement,
mhm.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll just have to bring that, but you can put it in next year's budget and then
Yep.
before you actually spend, you have to come before the board and
Okay,
put that in there.
okay. Okay. Okay, so then I need 2 okays to put it into the capital improvement for next year because I had it down in the budget, but I need,
And it's grant money.
It's grant.
well, it's not grant money, it's the state
yeah.
state reimburses 75, like, I want to say 74,500, or maybe it's 75,400. I'm not 100% sure. That goes towards elections. So we just bring it as an income and it just automatically it goes out, and we still have to put up money.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No matter what. No matter what, we have to put up money for it. Well, I guess we wouldn't have to, but we go ahead and do that for that employee, our elections specialist, because not only does she do elections, she is full-time. She does passports.
Mhm.
She does marriage license, death certificates, recording. She does it all.
Mhm.
So that's why we kept her full-time, is because she's well-versed in all
Mhm.
of those departments. That's why we've done that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see, yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead and put it in the
Mhm.
budget and
Okay.
for
Yep.
next year and then see how that looks. And then you'll have to come and request a meeting before you spend it. Is that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. This was supposed to be 110. Jury expense 61621. I am asking I'm actually asking for 2 things on this one. But that one, 61621, I am requesting that goes up to 25,500. because as of right now, we're at 25,300. And it's for jury expenses.
Mhm.
So it's food, papers, pens, pencils, jury wages. Everything comes out of that line.
Okay. Does the state pay us back any?
Hmm, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's district courts, so you get, we levy for it and. Good question. I have to look.
Just was
Commissioner.
curious. It's not
Yeah.
worth a lot of your time.
No, it's right here. I have it. It's gonna be right here. And then I lied and it's not.
Jimmy, which number is that?
6-1.
6-1.
Oh,
Sorry.
6-1 is the.
6-01 is the budget number. It's halfway through. Halfway through.
we're struggling to find it in our budget book.
Probably comes after juvenile. Before juvenile.
So I didn't realize, and the reason I'm requesting more is because I did not realize. Till the beginning of, I guess it was last Friday or last Thursday or Friday when I went to go get. Jury food, because we had 114 people yesterday.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh yeah, let me see where I'm at that, and I'm already scarlet red over.
Well, it looks like it's progressively climbing.
It is
every year.
progressively climbing, so. Maybe I should even go more. Cause that's just gonna break even for this year.
Mhm.
So.
Okay.
So can I actually ask for probably another 600, 500? 26? How much does it seem to be going up every year?
About 4 to
We were at
6.
16 last year, we're at 25 this year.
This was a tough, and I think too, actually, can we go to 26 and we'll just make that work?
Okay.
That's a little bit more than what I'm asking for. But I also think that part of the reason we're so high is we've had visiting justices
No, right.
where Judge Duggan she was very, very good about the budget,
Mhm.
making sure that they had enough time to go get their own lunch and we didn't have to buy it, that, making sure that they were out of here at a certain time. Well, she knew we were on a tight budget, where these visiting judges, they're no fault to their own. They just don't take that into account. And I think that could be some of the reason too.
Okay.
So if we don't use it, we
Yeah.
don't use
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we go out and just buy.
Mhm.
And then on the lower side, I would like to take the discretionary fund, I think, wasn't it? Did I have a judge's discretionary? I'm sure I did. It helps if you look at the right one.
I do this needs to help with
Yep.
my next.
You bet.
Yeah.
Thank
No
you.
rest for the weary.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I have to leave. I have to meet.
Okay, so,
Okay, so we can continue that.
Yeah.
is it 6-1
8983.
898-3? I had raised it to 1,000, but I'm gonna lower that back down to 500. That to put towards jury.
Okay.
If that's okay.
You're allowed to lower.
And Commissioner
Lower.
Fells, you have a meeting to go to
Yeah.
at 3, so how much longer you need?
Oh, 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
Can we continue without
Yeah.
her? Okay.
Do
Lower judge.
you want to, well, we can
You-
continue the next day.
Well, I watch them too. Whatever I miss, I watch
Okay.
as well
Okay,
on YouTube.
because we can continue this till tomorrow too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue no matter what because we have
Okay.
questions that aren't answered.
Okay,
1-7. Judges from 4 to 3 and part-times to 2 to 1 full-time. Or are we keeping both part-time and all 4 judges? Lawyers, sorry, lawyers, excuse me.
this is on,
Prosecuting
1-7.
Prosecuting attorney 1-7.
What line item did you just quote?
She's up in the salary section.
Salary section. Just, we have two part-time that we pay benefits for and
Mhm.
wages.
We're talking 04030000.
17403. So 1-7-403-0.
Should be up in the A, up in the salary.
Prosecuting attorney.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a total big number, but we've got 2. My question is, we have 4 judges and 2 part-time, not judges,
Four.
attorneys,
Mhm.
4 attorneys
Mhm.
2 legal assistants.
2 legal assistants.
that are they're part-time. I don't know where they're at in there.
They're gonna be in this number, but
Yeah, they're in that
4 and 3.
number. So with those 2 wages and benefits, it's about nearly 81,000. If one of them has just, I don't know, just quit.
I don't
or-
think we have either of the part-time people left. So if they were to replace that with one full-time person.
And we're not
We-
getting your benefits
We would
for
pay-
2 parts.
About 12,000.
And we'd need to have the prosecutor come down and
That would be
Okay.
a continued
continue,
Mhm.
discussion.
have prosecutors present. Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And then with the 4 attorneys with prosecuting attorney Allen going to being a judge, are we doing 4 attorneys or 3?
He's still requested 4, so if we're gonna change that, we need to have him
Have him
present
present,
to discuss it.
Yep.
And I did have,
Attorneys,
yeah, and I do have a question for him as well on the
Mhm.
interns.
Mhm.
I don't know where that's coming from. There's no line item, and is that going to be continued?
Okay. Okay, so we'll have to, if you can reach out to the prosecutor, have him come in and
For the next
for the next
continued.
meeting, continue.
So we have challenge that in trial.
Mhm.
You're talking
Yeah,
tomorrow.
they're in a big trial
Yeah.
this week.
So it may have to wait on that one till next week.
Well, we
You
can't.
can't.
We can't.
Tuesday's our budget.
And if your budget hearing is.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it Wednesday. Save some trouble.
Yeah, I think, unless we can,
Or he can write his responses.
Yeah.
But, so if he says he can't make the meeting, then one of us needs to explain the questions so he can write the answers. And Melissa would like to do that.
Oh,
Well,
I took pigs.
with their, with their
I'm
current wage
taking other
and
stuff.
then the bump that they're wanting
yeah,
for the attorneys. That difference is $7,510 times 4, that's 30,041.
mm-hmm,
The savings from 2 part-time to 1 full-time is about 12,219, leaving the county responsible for just under $20,000, like 19,700. That's way more doable than 30,000.
mm-hmm.
And if you, I'm trying to get us
No.
work, because we're gonna give you guys these numbers and your guys we're gonna have to
Mhm.
figure out now what to do. Now what are we cutting? Because as it sits, we're gonna have to come up with about $2 million in cash to make this budget work. Whether it's mine or yours.
What do you mean?
In your L2,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm trying and. Okay, so. This L2. This is what we're levying.
Mhm.
That's all we can levy.
Mhm.
I went here, these are high.
Mhm.
This amount here includes the 12%,
Mm-hmm.
as if we were taking on the 12%,
Mhm.
and also a 3%.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the cash that we're gonna have to come up with to make
Okay,
this
so
budget work.
that's the ending cash that we have.
That's
we
how
would
much,
have
no,
it.
that's how much we have to spend to make.
To make this
budget
work,
You have to spend that cash.
to make this work. We're saying we're gonna throw in all of this cash to make this work. So to get a more balanced budget, this is a 3% COLA and 12% to the county. We'd have to get rid of, do I have it? Approximately this is with a 2% and only 6%.
Mhm.
And to get this to zero out, except for what you're gonna bring forward for your capital. So these are capital things that we kind of thought of. Is this the right one?
I thought we'd already discussed the 2%.
Well, we did
We
too.
did the 3% because we had to get something in the paper.
So we went high,
That's right.
Mhm.
but this is a 2% and I mean, to get this to balance out,
Mhm.
current expense needs to get rid of nearly 150. Courts needs to get rid of about 65,000. Parks needs to get rid of about 10,000. I'm not sure what, appraisals. We'd have to park here. Okay, justice would have to eliminate 286,000. Solid waste would have to go, I mean, to get a balanced budget.
We're gonna add 60 back if we do the benefits option. Not much help.
Well,
60
So that's the
We-
justice fund you said had to get rid of 200,
and 80.
280. So is
200,
that with the,
287, and then solid waste would have to get rid of 26. I mean, they would have to, they're gonna have to cut down. I mean, we're gonna have to cut down. That's why I've been trying to make cuts.
Right.
If we don't need them, can we cut them and save the money? Because we've got to get back to a more balanced budget because
You run out of cash if you keep spending it, right? You can't.
well, I didn't think we
spend
were,
it.
now, this is the cash that's not moving forward from this year. Is that,
It would have to be cash that's moving forward from this year.
okay?
If it's in there, right?
And then we'd
So
have to
can
save
we
up
spend
for
it
enough
now?
25% for next year. Then we'd have to, yeah.
Right, but
I
if
see
you're
what you're
spending your cash, how are you saving up for it?
Mhm.
Wife asked me that at home.
It's crazy.
we're,
Okay, and what's the sheriff's, but what's the sheriff's budget at this right now?
well, this is kind of what we had them at with a 2% wage
Mm-hmm, at 5.7,
and only doing 6%.
5.7 instead of 5 point. So what do we have, but now, does
And
that
then you have
include,
to-
does that include these vehicles?
50,000, no, you have to add that on top of that.
Is this including all the departments that ask for wage increases on top of?
Yes.
Yes.
The 3%?
Well, this is a 2% COLA.
But some of the departments,
plus-
including
yeah,
yours.
plus the
ask
merit.
for bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just merit, but didn't you put in? and
Yeah, I did.
Sheriff
Same
and
thing like her prosecuting.
prosecuting attorney, so all those are in here.
Though, all those are in here,
Mhm.
Okay,
and we'd have to get rid of that.
And a COLA,
and
plus
the
the-
COLA.
Plus the 2%.
2%. And then the employees lose 6% on their
Mhm.
insurance, so they probably go in the hole.
They do. Um, we have just about every scenario.
Yeah, I know the scenario of the, getting rid of insurance, but I don't think, that's really not something that we can. We're already getting people that want to quit. We're having a hard time with the roads department.
If we do this, at least we're not taking insurance from anybody that
No.
wants it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna save 60 to 100,000 if we raise the amount offered and try to get more people. If we leave it at it is, at least we save 60, so there's $60,000 there, but that doesn't take a very big dent.
Not in a $2 million.
So now appraisal, and so this is include the pay bumps, everybody's pay bumps.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're.
We may.
Was
they're
it,
requested.
what does it
It's
look like?
reflected in longevity and all of it.
Okay, so what if,
This
Do you have
is
something that we-
everything.
do we have something to remove all the pay bumps?
Not-
And then
not-
just
maybe
with the
not
3%?
bump, But are
But,
bumps earned? Are we talking-
Well, you have some that are getting bumps to being certified. We have, because they're now getting certified.
who's getting certified for what?
We have three or four appraisers that will be certified this coming year.
Okay,
And then all of your bumps over at the sheriff's office for the
Mhm.
same thing.
Mhm.
We went from
certifications.
23 to 26 over there.
Mhm.
Dollars.
I'm,
Some of them
what I'm
are
asking
because
is,
they're
like
taking
with
on
the
more
prosecutor
responsibility.
who's asked for more money,
yeah. Is that included in this?
is that included for all departments?
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
could we prepare one that takes out what all the departments asked for, other than these earned bumps and certifications and longevity and
Mhm.
I mean, I don't wanna take all the stuff they earned out, but all the just requests for.
Yeah, the increase
Mhm.
in wage, all the, you know.
Cause
And
that's
see
3 or
where
4
we're at.
departments.
Mhm.
And I know it's,
Mhm. Well, so in your. Ooh, Amy, don't step.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah, we're gonna
3%.
Do we continue this to tomorrow? What do we
You,
got?
if you want, you guys can go through.
So
this
here-
And I'll watch it.
What do we
I
got
have to-
for tomorrow that we can put this on?
Between
Oh, sorry,
11 and 1:30. There's time.
okay. We can
That's,
continue it till
11.
11 o'clock tomorrow. Let's do that so that we can hammer this out. But yeah, I think we should look at
These
that.
sheets that I gave you guys,
Mm-hmm.
it tells you,
it tells you.
right up front.
No COLA, no COLA with bumps. 1% COLA, no bumps, 1% with bumps.
Yeah.
This sheet does all of that.
And here
But it doesn't put it in here, right?
No,
Well, we-
but it can show you the difference between what it looks like if we take them out, put them in.
and I emailed that to you.
So I guess I'm saying philosophically,
Percent.
we've all liked the idea of a COLA if we can do it.
Mhm.
We all like the idea of splitting the insurance, but we have not had any discussion on whether we're gonna just do general increases.
That's right.
Even though I'd like to, I just don't, we haven't
And most
discussed
departments have at least some requests
for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I would wonder what this would look like if we
But I
took
think
out.
some of, I think on those pages too, it says if
It
there's no
does.
request.
It
Yeah.
tells you.
Say.
And on the front of the one that I gave you.
But they're not
it's
plugged
yellow.
into the figures here that show us the ending balance. I mean, that's where it,
Yeah.
Bottom line.
the bottom line, that's where, you know, I'm worried about. Is the bottom line. You know, I know we can each go do our own math at that, but he may come up with a different answer. I may come up with a different answer. She may come up with a different
Not
answer.
if you do the math right.
Yeah, I know. But you know, that's where I really like the budget. Okay. Melissa needs to.
But you guys can continue discussing this portion and then
Okay, we'll.
I'll be
we'll-
here tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd like to see. And then,
How hard would it be to make one of these that reflected?
It might be a little bit easier now that I have some of these questions answered.
So you want it with no requested,
yep,
Increases?
but do you want it with a COLA?
Yes.
yep,
With a 2% COLA?
2%.
And do you want it with 12% to the
6%.
county or 6%?
I would prefer 6%. And that's, I don't know what.
Well-
So that's splitting the raise with the employee.
Mhm. And they would still eat.
They're still going in the
So the whole.
3% and 6%, they're going in the.
Mhm.
Because the new,
But before I want to consider
Mhm.
all these department requests for increases.
Yeah,
I'd like to figure out how we could keep everybody from going in the hole.
yep.
That's just my first priority. Could we get it where you don't work more for less? Then we could work on getting more for more, more for same.
yeah, so the bump, so. That 12% to. 6%, 12%. They're going up $129 a month, so that's. Times that by 12 is what? I don't do math in my head.
$29 a month. times
129.50 times 12. So we're looking at,
1200.
yeah,
So it's about
1,500
17,
bucks.
15, 1700.
is what they're going up. And if they get a 3% raise,
Yeah, it's not gonna,
Depending on what they make, they're not.
depends on what they make,
Yeah.
lower people.
your lowest, lower paid
Uh-huh.
are getting like $1,000 maybe. Where your higher paid, they're getting like couple thousand, 2 or 3, about 3,000.
Mhm. I know it would be asking a crazy thing and maybe it wouldn't prove anything, but what if we didn't do a percentage COLA? What if we did a across the board COLA?
I like that idea.
I mean,
But-
as pros and cons to it, but what if we did the math for a $1,500, whatever the 6% insurance? I don't know.
Or
I'm just thinking out loud. It might not work. Trying to figure out how to keep people from going in the hole.
mhm.
If we're all getting the same increase on our insurance, if we could come up with a
Fair way
one-time
that-
cost of living thing that covered that.
And I think we need to be strategic about this and just know, from here on forward, the employees every year going to get a 3% cost of their insurance, no matter what. They're just going to get we're going to charge them a 3%. We have allowed, we were able to take it all and take it all and take it all. But now they're upset because their wages aren't going up.
Well, and the thing is if you go to every other agencies up here, all the cities, they've got cost of living raises every year. And these guys haven't got any cost of living. And that's the biggest thing but then, I don't know if their insurance raised. I'm sure their insurance raised.
Only 2 of them, no, one of them pays 100%.
Yeah, that's, Osborne.
Osborne pays 100%.
But that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I haven't.
So the rest of that, no, the city of Wallace may, but I don't know how many people they have on staff. But all the others, no, they don't. They don't do 100%. They don't even do 85%. And we do 85.
Let's see, if we're at 85 now and we start taking that away, that, I understand they need to pay so much per year, but then, we give them a raise and then we take that whole raise away.
What if we cut
I
the
guess
benefit
maybe,
package?
Huh? Cut the what?
I mean, I've tried to do everything to avoid it, but what if we have to cut the benefit package because we can't afford?
85% is a lot. Most places,
I am.
they're 60 is a high number for most of them. That's for counties. You have a few counties that pay 100%, but they also don't have, what do we have, 139
Fully staffed.
Fully
That's what you
staffed.
Hire, it would be
139.
people. If everybody hired everybody they want to hire, then it would be somewhere in that range.
Okay. So you're thinking about looking at,
Well, it's a catch-22. If we keep increasing the percentage that the employees pay, but we're still paying our 85, if we lower, anything we do with that comes out of their pocket. If we cut benefits, the people who are dependent on benefits will suffer. But the county could save, we haven't priced out cutting the quality of the benefits or the richness of the benefits,
No, but
higher deductible.
if you took your options that I gave you and looked at those and we
I
did
looked
a
at
60-40 split, not only could we do a 3% raise, we could almost do way more than 3%.
But the employees would still lose.
If we pay 100% of the employee and then do like a 60-40 split, you'll have
and
to
there's
look
a
at your
problem.
fees.
There lies the problem, because then you have you have employees, that make a lot more than the other employees, and you can't treat them as equals. You know, when you're basing it on percentages, the person making the more money should be making as a percentage wise. It's just like debt. If you know, it's.
It's no matter,
you
no
can't-
matter
you
what
can't-
we're
you
there.
Can't help them. I mean, you can't, I mean, you just, you'll never come out even.
You're never going to come out
No.
even. Somebody's always going to get something.
Yep.
If we did all of the employees, if we paid 100% of the employees, all the employees that are just single are coming out ahead.
Yep.
Not by a grand amount, but they're still coming out ahead. You give a 3% COLA, the people that make more are getting a better deal than the people making less.
Yeah.
If you raise the 6%, rate, we divide that 12% and, between employee and employer. Of course, the person that has a family's gonna get it in the shorts versus the person that's single. It's just never, it's never going to be
Yeah,
fair.
there's-
It can't be fair.
No.
It can't.
And
work.
really, when we took the 9% hit, the county took the 9% hit, where we paid the whole insurance. We really gave them a cost of living by
100%.
taking that 9% hit, because that 9%, that was,
But yeah,
that
you
was,
gave a single person less of a
yep,
bump than you did a person with a family.
that's right.
So no matter how you
How you
walk
slice
from
it.
there, it's always gonna be something different.
Okay, so do
Happening.
we want to just see what it would be to take out all the, for right now,
Department request,
to take down all the department requests, and then
just look at the 2% or the 2 for apples and apples.
So just but keep the ones that are getting
Yeah,
certified and
the
the
one-
people that are getting their regular
longevity,
longevity,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Is that across the board for everyone?
Yeah, longevity's gotta be, I mean, it's,
Right, no, I'm asking for these bumps in
Yep.
wages.
yep,
I think to look at apples and apples, we have to take it out of all of them and say,
Yeah,
what would
be
it be
fair,
if we
yeah.
just did 3? 'Cause
longevity.
the idea of bumping them up to the minimum on the wage study,
Well, you
Yeah.
did that.
And you want 2%.
You've done that.
that's,
You've already done that.
So
There's only 4 people that you didn't do that, and that's my people. The rest of them got raises. Your bus drivers, Randy, Colleen. Oh, no, and Richard. Richard didn't get one either.
No,
But the rest of them, you
so I
guys,
still like to consider that
yeah,
once we get this figured out. Cause there's only 5 people left.
there's not very many, not at all. I think I don't have my numbers I don't think I brought them down, but I think my budget, we went through it. And I'm like, wait, this is nice. We started looking, you've already given them those costs of living. And hence the reason we're having a hard time now with a base budget, because you guys spent more than I had a base budget, and now it's not a true base budget.
mhm.
So now we're starting from scratch. That's why the numbers are all over the place, because I don't have a base budget. We take into account when somebody gets a longevity.
Mhm.
We give them, they're working this many days at this wage. And then we get that total, and then we go, now they're working this many days at this wage, and we
Mhm.
combine them. So we have the total amount. When you go off of that, we
Mhm.
don't have an amount. Now we're scrambling and trying to figure out what it is, even though it fit in their budget at the time. It may fit in their budget at the time.
Mhm.
But who's gonna start out at a lesser wage? Unless they're truly, this person has gone and this person has moved in. But if you don't do it that way,
Okay, so maybe on that, we can do
Wait,
a special meeting on Thursday, since it's less than 24.
we're gonna do a continuance.
We'll continue this, but this is gonna be let's decide on that on Thursday. Are you ready to do that?
Is it not part of the budget?
Yeah, I
It's
guess it would
income.
be.
It's,
Yeah.
it's income to the budget and it's the same as messing with
Yeah, you're
benefits.
right, right.
All we're
Okay.
doing is messing with benefits.
Okay,
Had 70 people.
That's 70 people roughly.
yeah, and we have five right now that are taking insurance outside anyway. And so we needed some to, fix that. So we've got, 11. So I mean, but
So
we just need to figure on what,
When Richard was giving you those numbers, he was only basing that on 109 people.
Mhm.
We have more than 109 people on insurance. We may only have 109 right now,
Mhm.
but he's not taking into consideration all of the open positions that are benefited.
And we have
Which
to budget.
could only
The
drive,
budget.
yeah, but it could only drive this savings up.
Mhm.
Right.
Cause
Yeah.
right now we're looking at a minimum. We do have enough to make the program pay.
Mhm.
It's just not saving us as much as I was hoping it would save us.
Well, it's got to save something.
Yeah.
It's
let's take
saving
some.
$60,000 right now, but I was hoping we could save 160. So,
And it may, you may
but
have
if we
somebody
change
jump right
this
on that.
amount, maybe, but what do we got left for Thursday times if we're gonna do this in a?
Well, tomorrow,
Do it in the budget?
we can continue this till 11 o'clock. tomorrow. Is that
let's-
fine?
Let's just bring it up
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your schedule look like for tomorrow? What's your last time?
Our last time is 2 o'clock.
And then I have a doctor appointment, so you.
So it would be 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I mean, we can skip through lunch. So tomorrow at 11,
Bring your lunch.
so we can go from 11 to 2,
Can we get the
Is
jury
that
to
true?
pay? Can we get jury elected?
You may not.
11 to 2.
Sorry. No go.
Okay.
And then set it for one for Thursday and one for Friday, because every time we run numbers,
Well, I can continue the one tomorrow. I can continue it again
Yeah,
tomorrow
you
for
can keep
Thursday.
continuing
Yep.
until we
Okay.
get to it.
Okay. All right, even if we have to do Friday. All right.
yeah, I can't go into the weekend not
No.
having some
I-
more solidified numbers,
Okay.
because last year it was not good, and I'm not ever doing that
Well,
again.
the hard thing is we.
I know. Well,
Okay,
it
The
we-
hearing is Tuesday though, right?
Yep,
And then after that, we don't have to decide Tuesday.
you don't have to decide Tuesday.
We have, like we did last year, we have X
A couple
day.
of days. Mhm.
But right now, the hearing is set at 4 o'clock Tuesday.
It has to be set by the 8th. I believe it's
I
the
will
8th.
continue this till 11 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, that's it.
So of course I have any